Good evening, Modified 95 family. It's like an addiction. I just got home from work. Wife's not home. I put the trash bag in the trash can because she forgot, and that's the thing I was asked to do, which means that I am a free agent. My housemate's home, which is good because that means we can get some work done. We're just here, just us two here together. It's on like Donkey Kong, and man, I keep looking at this wagon, and now that it's starting to come apart, I'm thinking today we could try to get off the axle nuts on both sides. We have this super huge impact he's trying to work out, and if that doesn't work out, we'll just put the front wheels back on and lower it down. But there's a lot in here that I want to get to, so I'll show you where we are, where we just left off from before. I think I'm gonna delete all this plastic in here. It's old, it's unnecessary. But yeah, getting those axle nuts off and then coming around here, just seeing all the stuff I need to clean. He says that's the easy part. It's the part I like the least, but I love how it looks when it's done. I wanna start pulling a lot of these wires out. Even for like the wiper motors, I'll probably, if I can pull it off, I will. And then after painting and stuff, I'll put that back. I don't know what those wires are for. I'm sure he'll tell me. Fuel filter needs to come off. Still working on that. I think I just have to make a mess, which I don't really mind doing because I got the catch right below it. And then I think a lot of grease was coming from this bad boy. I've never seen one of these before. These old school things, they throw in a lot of cool stuff. Like I didn't know that power steering fluid needed to be cooled down, but apparently it's some type of cooler with these like vents and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take it apart there, and I'm probably just gonna loop those two hoses because I'd really like to retain power steering with the swap. All right, super duper impact. Other side came right off. Let's see how this one works. It's always easy when we move things out of the way. Hey, just in time. Custom adapter. Worked just long enough to get both of those axle nuts off. I have been working in here tirelessly for the last like 5 minutes, just taking out 10mm bolts, just getting all these wires out. So it's looking pretty good. Shouldn't be too hard to clean. I'm not trying to take this bad boy out. I'm very tempted. I want to, but it doesn't need to be taken out right now because it looks like I can get enough space to hopefully get behind that to paint and clean. But I'm trying to thread all these wires, this big massive wires, just through back here, so that I can just move them out of the way. I'm sure when we take it off the ECU that it will be out of the way completely. I don't know when that went. Kind of kept it short and sweet, but progress is progress. Just all the wiring is out from here. I took off the proportioning valve. It's just loose. I really want to clean up that bracket. There's tons of rust on there. Wish I could just chrome a bunch of stuff. But yeah, all the wires that are part of the harness are all tucked back here and out of the way. I'm sure when the ECU comes out, that can just come out through that hole. I took off the wiper motor. I just need to disconnect it from the wiper assembly. I just don't know how challenging it's going to be. I might need to take the hood off just to get the cowl off. I will figure that out. And when I figure it out, I will ask Zero right behind me. I made a big mess because I broke this on accident. I was trying to get the fuel filter off, and somehow I bumped this heater control valve, snapped it right off from the hose. That's part of the hose, and the other part is right there. So don't do that. It was old, it was plastic, so of course it broke. And so I'll be taking that off. I'll get a new one at some point so I can have, you know, hot air when I need it. But yeah, it's hanging by just the 3 mounts. The one right here, the one right there. I'll show that one right there. And the one right there. Got the power steering pump off. Didn't need to take off the bracket. There was like a 12 and a 14. 12 on the bottom, 14 on the top millimeter. And this came right off. I'm trying to keep this assembly together because I do want to retain power steering. And I just don't want this to leak all over the place. So I keep making messes, just washing the floor and coolant mostly. A little bit of oil. ATF is like the one thing I didn't really spill. But yeah, just got all the wires out from the front right here Just needs a lot of love and cleaning, but things don't look like smashed up or bent up. So I think this is going to be a good shell to invest some time and put work in. From the day I got this, this was the brakes. So these are supposed to be connected and supposed to make this brake booster work. So my friend Cody gave me his from his old CRX that was wrecked. So it should be the same one. I just need to paint it black so it looks nice in here. And then this can stay on the motor side. I think that'll just come out. I have an engine hoist at work that I'm gonna bring here and try to fit in the garage. And then this will come out and we'll clean behind that. And also because this is, as you noticed, is an automatic. I have a pedal assembly that will definitely have to go in when the car is not in the garage, because if I'm gonna get my big butt in there, I'm gonna have to take out like half the lower part of the dash and just get my body in there. But definitely in time. Where did all that liquid come from? There's a whole bunch of water on the ground. Well, that was probably me. I will figure that out in just a moment. All right, it's all for today. Shorty, I found out what was leaking. It was this bad boy, because the hoses are still connected and they were down low and just dripping out. So that's definitely getting deleted. Delete's the name of the game. Deleting the washer fluid, deleting the power steering cooler. I will still use power steering. I just don't think I'm going to be doing any kind of aggressive driving that requires it to be cooled down. But yeah, this is where we're at. All right, any ideas, any suggestions? You're like, oh, this makes this easier to get this piece out, or just let me know. I mean, I love to hear feedback. Just let me know what you think.